was everyone else against the Sixers, that was the problem. What is the plan in Cleveland? The Browns get set for the Steelers, but what exactly are they doing without their head coach? Plus, how the Bills can just keep scoring. And will the Saints have their lightning rod and Alvin Kamara? Adam Schefter is here. Why? Because this is SportsCenter AM.
Side pocket three, butter.
Start the show here with a night in the NBA, certainly reflective of a turbulent day in America. Expressions of unity and solidarity in response to the mob of Trump supporters that violently stormed the United States Capitol building. That as the Bucks and Pistons knelt to show support for Jacob Blake, the man shot by Kenosha, Wisconsin police officers who prosecutors say will not face charges in that shooting.
So we're going to say this, good morning, it's Randy and Nicole on your TV, and I think I speak for both of us when I say that neither one of us is comfortable proceeding this morning like the past 24 hours didn't happen. Right. But our job is to give you sports, and that's what we're going to do with a mix of how we are all impacted by the events in D.C.
Yeah, when the biggest names in sports respond to that, it's our job as a sports and information program to go ahead and bring that to you. So the news here, sports-wise for us, the very top of the show, is D.C. focused, but it's because of Bradley Beal and what he did on the road. Just a few hours north, right? You're in Philadelphia. And Beal admitted his mind was on the events in the nation's capital. His mind was on Kenosha, Wisconsin, and Jacob Blake. And then he got his mind to basketball during the game. He had 32 points in the first half, just the third Wizards player to get 30 and a half. Michael Jordan, Gilbert Arenas, the others. And we're keeping a track on the points here because he came out hot in the second half. We're at 41, knocking down a triple and sells the foul. Like, really sold the foul. Like WWE sold the foul. And like so he's out of bounds. He sold it so well. He made 7 threes. Another one here. He had 48 points at that point. And later he's sitting on 53 and the Sixers going to turn it over and Beal gets to the rim. Look at how fresh the legs are. Like, he's getting up. He probably could have dunked it. He's sitting on 55. He would hit 2 free throws, 57 through 3. That's the 4th most points entering the 4th quarter. Last 25 seasons, you see the other names. Harden, Kobe Bryant, Klay Thompson. All right, 4th quarter. Beal stepping back, long 2 over Joel Embiid. We're going to hear from Embiid in a minute because Embiid said, listen, there's no reason anybody should put up 60 on us. And Beal did. He's at 59, and Russell Westbrook botches the lob. Beal would get to an even 60 on the game. But the Sixers wouldn't go away. We're tied at 131, and then Joel Embiid took over. It gets the lob from Ben Simmons, who had 12 dimes. Embiid said, they pay me to take over the game. They pay me to dominate. He does what Simmons is so reticent to do, which is take a 3 and make a 3. And he finished with 38. The Sixers win 141-136. Wizards fall to 2-6. And yeah, Beal got 60, but if you expected him to celebrate, not so much.
I'm pissed off. I'm mad. This is just, I don't count any of my, career highs. There's been losses, so, I don't give a damn. You throw it right out the window with the other 2 or 3 I had. I just want to win. Sometimes it forces me to score 50, 60, whatever the case may be, but I just want to win and whatever that looks like. So came up a little short tonight. We just got to keep at it. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us.
Certainly not the 76ers. Big nights for Beal don't mean good things for the Wizards now. Beal is 1-6 in his career when he gets to at least 45 points. That breaks the tie for the worst record in NBA history at that scoring number. Matter of fact, he's just 4-13 in his career when he gets to 40.
All right, Cleveland, carry on because it is full speed ahead for the Browns as they get set for their Sunday playoff game against the Steelers. Full speed ahead because there are no new positive COVID-19 tests within the organization. That is from head coach Kevin Stefanski, who is among those infected. He will not be on the sidelines for Sunday's game. On our side, sidelines are just on the other half of the TV. Is Adam Schefter joining us now. So saying your team is full speed ahead is like one thing, but what does that actually mean for the Browns?
It means they're not full speed ahead, Nicole, because essentially this is the biggest week of football in Cleveland since the franchise returned there back in whatever it was, and 2002 was the last playoff appearance for this team. And so you're talking about the biggest week in Cleveland in 2 decades. And now in that week, they have yet to be back in their building. They have yet to practice. We're on Thursday. The game is Sunday night. And they can't prepare the way they want. They're preparing virtually with Kevin Stefanski leading them virtually, with Alex Van Pelt taking over as the play caller, with players on the sideline. They've had a group of players this week on the COVID list, the last couple of weeks. This team has had to overcome an awful lot. That's not the way you want to prepare for your first playoff game since 2002.
And obviously the list of who the Browns won't have, that is a long one. But what about the Saints? What's the status of Alvin Kamara?
He is going to be eligible, assuming he continues to test negative, to come off the reserve COVID list in time for Sunday's game. And the Saints are hopeful that he'll be able to play, and you would think that he would be out there. But keep in mind that most players who have tested positive usually have missed about 2 games. Now, this is a playoff game, but it is COVID, it is serious, and we'll wait to see whether they have him up that day playing. I think the sense I get is he will be out there playing, but again, no final decisions yet, Nicole.
Kamara only led running backs in receptions and receiving yards this season. We'll have more Adam coming up in a little bit. Plus, a couple of questions around the NFL, like how can the Bears take advantage of perhaps the time away for Kamara? And then how can the Colts slow down that Bills offense that has only been the best in the NFL? That is coming your way on SportsCenter AM.
So we talked about it at the top of the show. You're watching SportsCenter AM this morning, and we're glad for that. And we know